Durango resident Michelle Lackner suffered for 40 years from nightmares, anxiety, depression, panic attacks, even anorexia. And she didn't know why until a doctor told her she had PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. That moment was the day she began to heal. You're watching the Local News Network, brought to you by the Payroll Department and Fast Signs of Durango. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle. Michelle Lackner kept a secret for 40 years. A girlfriend's brother raped her when she was just 16. She kept the secret through her enlistment in the Air Force, through 2 additional assaults by fellow corpsmen, and a stalking incident while overseas in Guam. She couldn't understand why she was suffering and why she felt so ashamed and alone. When she finally told a doctor what had happened, her healing began. And she chronicles her story in an essay that's been included in an anthology called When Love Speaks. Curated by life coach and author Maya Camarada, the anthology includes 44 stories of healing and triumph by women who've overcome divorce, a near-fatal car accident, the death of a spouse or close friend, cancer, and in Lackner's case, her recovery from a long-ago sexual assault.
I really didn't come out until a couple years ago after the Me Too movement, and I was seeing a VA doctor, and I was telling him about things that I was going through, and he said, "You have PTSD." And I said, "I can't have PTSD, I wasn't in combat." And he said, "No, you have PTSD from the sexual assault." And that just floored me, and I went home and I Googled, and there it was, like the #1 cause of women to have PTSD, sexual assault. I had no idea. And so, you know, after living with that for 40 years and not even knowing, and it happened to me, I just began my healing and found my voice, and now I'm not going to shut up.
After finishing her tour in the Air Force, Lackner obtained her degree and worked as a contract trainer for NASA. She retired to the Durango area 7 years ago and now spends her time volunteering for organizations that assist survivors of sexual assault. She also has actively lobbied for laws to improve the military's response to sexual assault. Writing, she says, has helped her to overcome her anxieties and to better understand what had happened to her.
Well, I think for me, it was about keeping secrets my whole life and maybe trying to pretend like it didn't happen, but it was always there, and I always felt like something was wrong with me or less than. And so once I started talking about it, my message was that my voice is the strongest source of my power and strength.
When Love Speaks may be purchased through Amazon.com or ordered through Maria's Bookshop in Durango. Thanks for watching this edition of the Local News Network. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle.